Hello, everybody. I am live. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Hello, 2025. Hello. So, Happy New Year. Hello, everybody. Happy 2025. I'm here on an impromptu note because I woke up a little bit angry today, and it's the first of the year, January 2025. And I need to help myself and help you in the process to ditch this whole idea of having New Year's resolutions. Because honestly, that idea annoys the hell out of me. Let me organize myself here because. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Every year, everybody in the world does this whole idea or signs up or subscribes to this whole idea of having New Year's resolutions. And I have done that myself. I've tried New Year's resolutions. And then when I saw that didn't work for me, I tried just to have an intention, a New Year intention, a New Year word, a New Year energy. And always I am assigning a certain meaning to a new year. And let me spoil already the surprise here is that it it didn't work. It didn't work for me. Even in the years that I said, oh, I just want to experience clarity or the intention of my year is surrender or love, it didn't work because I don't know. And I'm actually not supposed to say I don't know anymore. So, note to self right now in public, don't say I don't know anymore. I wrote that in my journal. And why are you here? Because it probably doesn't work for you too. You were caught by this title. So, welcome to my channel. And you want to understand, as well as me, how to create a year that actually works, that actually things go your way. And that's also another thing I have to eliminate. And I don't know, we're going to eliminate from my vocabulary now. Thank you. I'm not the person that said that. I am trying a new way right now, and it's going to be creating a new me. Creating a new me doesn't mean that I have to ditch the old me, but it does mean that I have to ditch the old year and I have to ditch this idea of new year. Because this calendar that we are living on currently, the Gregorian calendar, doesn't really make a lot of sense. It doesn't align with the astrological calendar. It doesn't really align with whatever I think time should be. Because last year, for instance, 2024 was so fast, and I don't think I achieved even one, maybe one. Okay, let's give myself credit. One of the things that I had in my huge to do list. And I don't know about you, but if you achieve that, great. And if you are a high achieving person that knows how to write these goals and achieve them, I don't know why you're here because you should just keep going in your process. But if you're not, like me, welcome. Let's figure this out together, okay? So, I started this channel on YouTube, and I'm going to be very clean and honest here. 5 years ago, maybe more, 2019, I had this vision. Okay, let me start a YouTube channel, let me share. And I was not in the beginning, but I was already 5 years in my spiritual journey. And let me tell you, I'm here. It's been 13 years since I've been on a spiritual journey, and it's been 43 years since I've been on this human journey on earth, which is woof. Anyhow, I'm still alive. Yay, all limbs working. This is great. And what happens is every year I was trying to create something new for myself and create a new year. And we give this importance to this year because it's in this calendar that somebody back then, I don't know, the church or politics created this calendar. I've heard stories that this calendar is created for tax purposes. I mean, there is a whole bunch of conspiracy theories about this calendar. There's definitely a huge how do you call it, wormhole, or I don't know what is the name, oh, dark hole, whatever, a rabbit hole about this whole calendar and the timing system. And lately I've been listening to this lady talking about, Mina Irfan, actually talking about Einstein time, where you can actually do things in Einstein time. And I understand understand that, Einstein time is not the time that we are currently on. We're currently on, I think, ever since 2020, time has been accelerating. So I don't think this calendar fits anymore. And this whole like New Year resolution definitely is something that I'm ditching. I'm ditching. I am not taking any New Year's resolutions, although that kind of like seems like a New Year resolution not to have a New Year resolution. So I didn't say and so. I just said so. I'm forgiving myself for my improvements. How to create a new you. Let's go to my version of life. Never worked with New Year's resolutions. I am not consistent. I am not disciplined. I started this channel 5 years ago and it didn't really go the way I wanted to. I had all this motivation and all this drive, and I recorded like so many videos in the beginning explaining law of attraction, spirituality, everything like love, create a life you love. And at the time, I was actually in the earlier stages of law of attraction, of really manifesting a lot of things in my life. And manifesting is great, don't get me wrong, but there's a balance in life that it requires the next level beyond manifesting. And that's where I'm going to next. Because if you've been stuck in manifesting and creating these resolutions and having these vision boards and then having these visions, and at the end of the day there's still this feeling of there's something there that is not clicking. What is it? And all these emotions, stick with me because I'm on that journey too. I'm going beyond all these messages that I shared, because in the beginning of my YouTube channel I shared a lot of positive messages. I was so much in toxic positivity, which is great because I learned a lot and I was really willing to share and spread the love and share what I've learned, but it was all very mental. It wasn't an experiential experience. Now I'm really getting into the core of myself and finally getting to know myself. And knowing yourself, like Socrates said, know thyself and everything is going to be clean for you. Having a clean life, having a clean mind, having peace, which is ultimately the biggest luxury ever, comes from you knowing yourself and knowing what your limitations are, where these came from, kind of like studying your past, doing a lot of shadow work, doing a lot of inner child healing, doing a lot of healing. And everybody knows, I hope you do. If you're in the beginning of this journey, I don't know where you're at, healing is forever. Yeah, it's a little frustrating to say that because it's like multi-layered. And if you want to be a multi-dimensional person and you want to reach higher, you need to go deeper. And if you want to reach higher, you need to go deeper. And if you want to go deeper, you need to reach higher. And there's always levels of consciousness that this pain that you had from your childhood, because unless you had a perfect father, a perfect mother representing the divine feminine and divine masculine, and it's all like sacredness, and living in a household full of love, support, and all of your needs were always met, which is virtually impossible because life is life. Life is life. Life is full of challenges, and this earth school is full of life. So if you had like be a conflicting household, where people came with wounds already from the past, and they transferred these wounds to you unbeknownst to them, unknowingly, you've been nourishing your wounds and you've been stuck in several versions of yourself. So these old versions of yourself that are not healed are trying to make resolutions for the new year, and that's virtually impossible, because if you want to create new things, you need to first create a new identity. That's the only way things actually work in this life. You see the inner side, and then this is a projection to the outer side. That's the whole idea of this matrix. It's like as within, so without, or out. And so okay, caught myself. In this case, if you know yourself, you know exactly what you can or cannot create, regardless of what year it is. And if you don't know yourself, you will elude yourself and this idea of creating things outside of you in this container called ear that doesn't really make any more sense. We already debunked that. And we are going to try to force a result or an outcome into a time frame. And I've only experienced frustration with this method, and it doesn't work for me because it doesn't work for me, and apparently it doesn't work for you either because you're here. What to do then? Solutions. Solutions is to know yourself, understand who you are, look at your past, do your inner healing that comes in shadow work and inner child healing, as I mentioned. This is a long process, but it's also giving yourself a lot of grace and love and forgiveness in this process. And without putting a timestamp in what this process should fit into, or actually putting a a label in the container of this process. Oh, this the healing should take this long, and it should be here and by this time or by this moment, or and stop giving all these meanings to a new year and give more meaning to you. So a new year is something outside of you that you cannot control. You are not in control of the calendar, but you are in control of your own cycles and your own being and your own development, and how you want to reach higher in your own possibilities. So I am trying to, in my own possibilities, I had a very disappointing New Year's Eve. I was facing New York and I thought there was going to be fireworks, and I was in my room because I'm working, and I was just like excited. Oh my God, I'm going to see the fireworks. There were no fireworks. And I just started the year with this energy of disappointment because I had an expectation. And I'm not saying that life is not gonna have its disappointing moments, and not saying not to have expectations, but I'm suggesting that we take all of this energy from the outside, whether there's fireworks or not, and look at the inner fireworks. Look at yourself. Look, I'm gonna look at me. I'm really, this morning I woke up to meditate and I saw things in me that I hadn't seen before, and I was so proud of myself that I could allow myself this time and space and this energy of seeking within to see what is it, why am I still creating this kind of experiences outside, because I'm creating this from a wounded self, from a part of me that is still not integrated within all of me. And as I'm integrating more of me and creating a new me, knowing myself and knowing what I truly want in my heart, or what are my limiting beliefs, or what are my blockages, or what's still wounded inside of me that I need to pay attention to, so I can actually release and let go and free myself to create more and more. This is the journey that I am really on. I'm not even intending to be on this journey. It's not a New Year's resolution to be on a healing journey. This is the journey we're all on. I once heard somebody say, you're either healing or you're stuck. And I am healing. I'm healing. I hope you're healing. And let's create a new you, not within 2025, within maybe a month. Some people have really fast clicks in this healing journey, and they're able to progress so fast within a few days. Some people, I've been taking 13 years. I'm not sure why my timeline is like that. I wish it was faster. I've been doing this for a while, this whole inner work, but it hasn't. And my acceptance of it is what gives me more peace and power. And that's what I really love experiencing with this within me, is just my peace and my power. And for that, I really cannot force myself to fit into the system of having New Year's resolutions. It doesn't work for me. I'm not consistent enough. This whole channel is proof of that, because I started 5 years ago. I was never consistent. But I can envision a consistent self and do my best to really show up more often to myself. And this is actually an exercise of collectiveness, because I'm saying this to you as I'm saying this to myself. And it is my desire. It's my desire. It's not even an intention. It's a desire to share all these things that I have within me, to to show what's my progress, so it can be a contribution for somebody else. And as I am going to allow myself more and more the grace, the forgiveness, and the space to show up whenever, wherever, with consistency or not, without a resolution, without all these things, ditching all of these structures and creating just more and more a new version of myself by looking at myself, removing what doesn't serve, doing a cleaning, doing some refurbishment, doing whatever needs to be done, becoming more of me. Because deep inside, I know I'm gold, I know I'm worthy, and the knowingness needs, and the heart knowingness and the brain knowingness needs to have a coherence. The masculine, the feminine needs to have a coherence. And that's what I suggest for everybody to create more and more instead of a resolution, is to just create more coherence within yourself, within all of the versions of yourselves. And whenever you are one with yourself, you can be one with everything else, and you won't need any resolutions. Things are just going to be beautifully presented to you as the king of your own life, as the queen of your own life. And this is what I hope for me, and this is what I wish for you. And if you want to join me in this journey, you can start by following me, clicking like if you liked. If you want to start a conversation with me, this is a channel with not a lot of people. So DM me, do whatever you need. I will answer. I'm here. And I also have a free ebook if you want to see how to be happy. Not that I am the happiest person in the world, but I did figure out certain things about happiness in this journey for myself. And I'm showing you in my ebook, my free ebook, and my course, Happy, how to find out these things for yourself too. I'm not here to teach you what to be, I'm just here to show you what I've done, and if what I've done serves you, I'm honored. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful new you, and hello 2025. Yes. Mwah. Let's see and stream and